Arizona School Authority is helping navigate the start of the school year as many questions on how they can remain safe out there.
Yeah, now school districts across our state are trying to decide whether it's in-person classes or online classes tests.
Yeah, and when to even switch over if that does happen. Several districts are now holding virtual conferences, virtual meetings with parents, and hoping to address some of these concerns.
In Mesa, the governing board of the state's largest school district plans to release its full reopening plan. They're doing that later this morning at 9 o'clock. And the plan is to start the school year August 4th online. The district says classes will stay online until it's safe, they say, to bring students back on campus. And the Deer Valley School District, they're going to vote on whether or not all of its classes will be online until the end of the first quarter. This district says that would help them make sure students and teachers stay safe while we are still seeing this surge in cases here in Arizona. Online classes, they say, will begin August 3rd. Well, today, teachers across the state are organizing car marches to urge students, to urge school leaders to keep campuses closed until it is safe. Kylie joins us live with their concerns. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Anna. We are here in Mesa where teachers behind me are getting ready for the first motor march here in Mesa. It gets started at about 7:30. We're in the Dobson Ranch area. You can see them writing different things on their cars. They're going to do basically a drive around, hoping to let their voices be heard. One of the organizers, JUDY Robbins, is joining me this morning. JUDY, you're a special education teacher. You have been a teacher for 34 years. You plan to teach a few more years and you say you're kind of second guessing. Tell me why you might retire now.
Well, it just depends on our leadership at the state level as well as our school boards to make a decision about when is it safest to be in the schools with our students. We have lots of students who might start school if we start, according to our governor, on the 17th of August. If Mesa Public Schools would go back in session on that date, and the infection rate in our community is over 1%, or 1.4% is what the ASU modelers are saying and projecting now, we'd have about 882 students infected with COVID on day one. We're not even talking about the educational staff as well as the educators. So we really have an issue if we plan to go reopen schools.
So right now you can see everybody is kind of gearing up for these motor marches. A lot of people are saying, you know, it's similar to Red for Ed, at least when Red for Ed initially started in the early days of kind of the grassroots organization. What do you hope to accomplish by marches like this safely in the cars across the valley?
Well, we want to get the word out to our communities, our stakeholders, parents and families, extended families, including our school boards, the governor, the superintendent of public instruction, everyone that has an impact on making plans for the near future and the distant future on how we're going to achieve making schools the safest we can and make sure that our kids, ourselves, and our families are healthiest so that we can do the work we want to do, which is get back into schools.
You guys are one of 5 different marches that we know of going around in the Valley and in the Tucson area. They also tell me that they plan to take part in these motor marches next week. And their hope is that the governor kind of issues a statewide mandate pushing back in-person learning at least until October. So yeah, this is definitely a story that we're going to continue to follow. So many parents out there impacted by this, and obviously so many teachers and staff members as well.
Yeah, you got to feel for those teachers. I mean, they got a lot to think about as that school year is approaching very quickly. Kylie, thank you for telling their story.